So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Anirin here, and today it is time for me to bring back something that's been gone for a while. It's my pleasure to bring back Bournemouth Career Mode here on FIFA 18. It's been a hiatus of about 3 weeks, I believe, since you last saw this on your computer screens. I did briefly explain in the last episode of The Box, which you can check out in the top right of the screen. That came out 2 days ago, but basically I've had a lot of uni assignments recently, just been very busy, and these two series, as The Box and Bournemouth Career, take a long time to edit. I just simply didn't have the time to make them, otherwise it would have been like 5 days between bids, so I had to have a bit of a break. I'm done with those assignments now. Over Christmas, I'll be really free in terms of my time, so this series and The Box will be a lot more regular. Anyway, enough of the technical stuff. Let's have a little bit of a recap as to what has been going on in this series so far. So going into this episode, we are currently 4th in the EPL table, 5 points behind leaders Chelsea. We were actually top of the table for a decent chunk of the first 25 games of the season, probably a solid 10 of those. We were at least in the top 2. We have since slipped because we made the sliders a lot harder, and we're now only 2 points above West Brom, who are 6th. In fact, we're only, 5 points above 10th placed Burnley. And just quickly as well, we're now into February, so we're moving on pretty swiftly in this first season. We've got 3 games coming up for you guys today: Stoke City, Huddersfield Town, and also a cup tie in the Carabao Cup against Leicester. And that isn't just any old cup tie, that is the final of the Carabao Cup. We managed to beat Manchester City over 2 legs recently in the last month of January, and we are now facing Leicester City in the final. So today's episode is a chance to get some silverware. Squad-wise, it's fair to say that really the Bournemouth originals are the ones that have been standing out so far in this series. Josh King and Harry Arter are probably the players of the series so far, but we'll be hoping that new addition Joris Nanon, who came in the January transfer window, I think it was just 1 episode ago, that he can change our fortunes after Steve Cook went to Turkey, would you believe, for almost £20 million. Now, I don't know if you guys can cast your minds back to the last episode, but one man who stood out in that one was this man, the Brazilian Rafinha, who wins his first Player of the Episode award since joining the club from Vitória Guimarães in the summer. It is a little bit debatable though as to whether he'll play the first game of today's episode. He's sort of got a bruised shoulder and is out for 4 days, and our next game is in 3. So let's be honest, the main attraction for today's video is going to be that cup final at the end, but you guys have got 2 games to sit through before you get to see us playing at Wembley for the first time in this series, and the first game of that list is against Stoke City at the Vitality Stadium in the Premier League. You'll notice that Rafinha was not fit in the end for this game, but he will feature in the next 2 games of the episode. How mental is it that the League Cup final of this year is going to be Bournemouth FC versus Leicester City? It just seems amazing that those are the 2 teams that we're going to be seeing in that cup final. But we've got to focus on the Premier League games first. We're playing Stoke at home here. It's been a while since I played this game, but it is, as on paper, a game to ease us back into things because Stoke City are currently bottom of the Premier League table, 20th and last. One thing I've remembered is that I need to change the glove colour of Mitchell Weiser, because it is really weird having him with blue gloves. It is strange. It has been mentioned to me before. Now, since I last played FIFA, there's actually been 2 patches to this game. And I've heard the most recent one has made the AI very difficult to play. So I'll have to see. Unbelievable to think that Stoke are actually bottom of the league with the team that they have. Even on this game, that team is very strong. This is Ramadan Sobhi, and Ramadan Sobhi has found the post and has found the net. Mitchell Weiser was not in a great position to try and cover that, and unfortunately he was unable to get back into a position. I don't think we've seen much of him in real life, but he's doing bits for Stoke on the game. He's got 4 goals now this season. We'll be spurred into life, hopefully. I mean, I'm not massively hopeful, to be honest. I feel like it's going to take at least 1 episode to get back into the swing of things, but we're going forward here with Callum Wilson, who cuts inside on his left foot. Great save from Butland. Fraser is there, and an amazing block there. King, Wilson, back to King again. Villaina's running through. It's Tony Villaina. What on earth was that? I can confirm that was a shot. Although it was close to picking out Ryan Fraser, I am not going to let the Dutchman off. What on earth? I know first-time shots across goal are a little bit this year, but that was very bad. That's Ibe. Through in towards Wilson. It's a great ball from Jordan Ibe. Wilson goes down. What? How is that not a penalty? Referee, explain yourself, my man. How on earth has he not pointed to the spot for that? That's into Josh King. Back towards Vilena again. It's Tony Vilena. This should be 1-1. And Vilena misses another amazing opportunity. And that was definitely... I mean, yes, okay. Last time I should have been like, you know what, no, I won't go across goal. That one, I actually aimed in the far corner. From what I can remember, Tony Vilena was starting to get himself back in my good books, and in fairness, as a midfielder, he's played quite well so far. But you really can't get over the fact that he's missed two nigh on, I'm not going to say sitters, but two really, really good opportunities. Vilena, now into King. It's Josh King, that's Jordan Ibe in acres of space, it's Jordan Ibe, and it's straight at Jack Butland. Oh my word, we've had so many chances. I mean, to be fair, that's quite a tight angle, but he's just blasted it straight at the England goalkeeper. Now to Mitchell Weiser down this right-hand side. Definitely got the pace to get away from the defender, but obviously he's got more than one defender in his way. It's Mitchell Weiser, that is Cook. Now into Callum Wilson, who can turn. It's Callum Wilson. Oh my God, honestly. What is the finishing today? What is the finishing today? I'm a big fan of a YouTuber called Cutsy. I'll leave his link down in the description below. But I was watching his main series, which is called Youth Squad Legends. And he was using the most recent patch, his most recent episode. And he was finding what I'm finding quite a lot. Although having said that, Wilson's through, he's missed as well. So I might as well carry on with my point because it's even more relevant now. He was noticing that the AI were having like one shot in a game and scoring, whereas you could have like 9 shots in a game and you just wouldn't score. Whatever you tried, it just wouldn't work. You know, if you have more shots than the opposition, more often than not, you should win the game. Obviously, that's not going to happen every time, but it should happen a lot of the time, and it doesn't seem to be happening at all at the moment on FIFA. Now it's Ryan Fraser. Still Ryan Fraser bursting inside. It's Ryan Fraser. The shot is blocked off by Jack Butland, and that will be the end of it. And that sums up a disappointing game. Like, there's no beating around the bush here. Stoke City did not deserve to win that game at all, but they have. They get the 3 points. They scored more goals, so it's a 1-0 loss, and you can see that the man of the match was actually Ramadan Sobhi. I guess he got the goal. Jack Butland was their second best player. Makes sense. Our best player, though, was Mitchell Weiser. Fair play, although he was kind of at fault for the Sobhi goal. He was very, very good, apart from that, going forward and defensively. 11 shots, 8 on target, compared to 3 and 0 on target, but it went in off the post. Bit of training then coming in before the second game of today's episode, and is the youngsters being trained again. Ronaldo Vieira, Lewis Cook, Ryan Sessegnon, and as well as that, Josh King, and Ronaldo Vieira goes up to a 74 overall. Callum Wilson did get an injury during that game. He played a lot worse because of it, which is a shame, but he will be out for 5 days. Only bruised his elbow, but that might mean that he's a bit tired for the second game of today's episode. So as suspected, Callum Wilson was a little bit tired for today's game here against Huddersfield. This is the second game of your episode. Rafinha is back in because he's back from his respective injury. Harry Arter is also back into the side, and Ryan Sessegnon comes in at left back. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm hoping for a little bit less of a frustrating game here against Huddersfield. We are away from home, but I'm looking to at least, you know, get some goals where we deserve them, maybe. If we lose, then I hope it's because we deserve to lose. Oh, good challenge there from Mitchell Weiser, who's really starting to become just a much better defender. He was always one of those fullbacks that was just good going forward, but didn't really do that much defensively. He's really come into his element now as an actual defender. If I'm honest, this has been a pretty dull first half an hour of football. Here's Rafinha again. In fact, has there actually been a chance in this game so far? It's been absolutely abysmal. Vilena's going to try and force that through towards Josh King. He has done. It's Josh King with the shot. Great save from Lussell. And Arte gets it in at a tight angle. Don't know what happened to the celebration, but I have no idea how Harry Arte has managed to convert that from there on the full volley. How? How on earth has he done that? Lursell must have been like, yeah, I've done my job, fine, saved it from King. Harry Arte comes out of nowhere and volleys it in and gets our first goal of the episode, and it's his 6th of the Premier League season. I'd literally just said, had there been a chance. That was literally the first chance of the game, I think. Sessegnon clips that over the top into Rafinha, and there's a run being made down this side by Defoe. If he can cut back, he's got lots of support in the way of Jordan Ibe, who goes for the volley. It hits the crossbar, and Ibe can't get there. No, sorry, King can't get there. Oh, what an effort that would have been. So Odriozola. Oh, Ince has been left on his own there, but it goes inside. And there's a bit of space, and it's been converted by Meunier. Oh, I could identify the space, and yet neither Nanon or Ake could. It's right on the edge of half-time. We had like 1 minute to hold out. Look at that space. Oh my god, I'm going to instant replay this because this is ridiculous. So why on earth are Nanon and Ake both there? And then look how it develops. Look how that develops with the amount of space. Flipping Mitchell Weiser must have been looking across like, what the fuck are these two doing? Anyway, regardless of that, we go in at half-time at 1-1. The stadium's still bouncing because Huddersfield have only just scored. Sessegnon, that's a good ball inside the fullback there into Rafinha, who cuts inside. Rafinha into Josh King, and there you go. There you have it. Josh King gets his goal just literally with the first chance of this second half. And it's similarly stupid defending from Huddersfield as it was from us. Josh King left with far too much space, one touch, blasts it in with his left foot into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper didn't really stand much of a chance. That's Aaron Moy into Meunier. Good strength though from Nanon to win it back. Ibe though gives it away. Nanon leaves Meunier free. Oh my god. What a finish that is. This Meunier kid is starting to really get on my tits. 57 minutes gone then, and we are level again. Jordan Ibe with the mistake. Nanon went too tight to, I think it was Casey Palmer, and then the finish of dreams from Meunier. How are we level again? I mean, at least we're getting some entertainment in this football match, in fairness. Why on earth did Harry Arter stop his run? He's got the ball back, though. Still Harry Arter, now Wilson. That's through towards Ryan Fraser, and it hits the post on the rebound, though. Josh King is there. Josh King gets another goal in this football match, and he goes over to celebrate with the travelling Bournemouth fans, and we are leading again. It's another rebound goal from a tight angle. This time King sliding in just chips it over the sliding Huddersfield defender, and it ends up in the back of the net. Casey Palmer in midfield into Meunier. Now into Ince. This is Damari Gray. What a save from Asmir Begovic to deny Damari Gray. That was an amazing effort from the winger. That's into King. Wilson. That's Rafinha. Lurzel with the save and cleared away. Vieira's given the ball away. That's so dangerous, but I think the referee has blown for for full time even. Could have let that carry on because I think Huddersfield were going forward there, but we have won the game just. Well, what a game that was. 3-2 is the way it finishes, and Josh King, unsurprisingly, is your man of the match. Harry Arter with a 9.2, 8.7 as well for Rafinha, with Weiser, Nanon and Sessegnon also doing well. So a good way then to prepare for our Carabao Cup final, would you believe, against Leicester City. We're just going to do a little bit more training as well before we get into that final game. So our Carabao Cup journey then started with a 1-0 victory over Rotherham United. Since then we went on to beat Burnley in a 5-goal thriller away from home at Turf Moor. We beat them 3-2. After that we then beat West Brom just 1-0 in the quarter-finals, and that set up a semi-final 2-legged affair against Manchester City. In the first leg we won. I think it was like 10 minutes to go. Ryan Sessegnon managed to grab himself the winning goal with his first goal for the club. We then went into the second leg at the Vitality Stadium and we drew with Manchester City 2-2 in that game to go through to the final 4-3 on aggregate, where we will now face Leicester City with the chance of winning Silverware at Wembley. So then this is it, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium. Our first appearance at Wembley in this entire series. We'll be facing up Leicester in this cup final, so who will be making the cut to get into what is gonna be the most important game of our season so far? So in goal, as per usual, it will be Asmir Begovic. He's only missed 2 games this season. They were in the early stages of the Carabao Cup. Mitchell Weiser will be playing at right back again, unsurprisingly, with Joris Nanon and Nathan Ake as the centre-backs. Tyrone Mings will be playing at left back, whilst the wingers will be Ryan Sessegnon. Interestingly, he's been doing a very good job as a winger. Rafinha on the other side. Central midfield-wise is going to be Arta and Vilena, which is pretty unsurprising. And then up top, Josh King and Callum Wilson. Aye. It's the big one. They're warming up at Wembley Stadium. It's going to be a good game. Leicester are a good side, but we've got a good side as well. A young, energetic side. Josh King is the player to watch out for after his brace there against Huddersfield, so he's in phenomenal form. You always want your main players to be in good form, and himself and Harry Arter both scoring before means they should be full of confidence in hoping to lift that trophy there, the Carabao Cup. So, we begin on our venture towards winning a trophy. We're going to try and make a positive start. Not necessarily scoring within the first 5 minutes, but just holding on to possession for a while. Although having said that, we might be able to score. Rafinha there with a side-footed shot, but unfortunately couldn't control it. Okay, though, with a poor ball. Can he win that in the air to make up for it? That's Slimani into Ahmed Musa. Oh, dearie me. Ahmed Musa has scored, but Asmir Begovic, you have hands, Sonny Jim. You can use them. Leicester draw first blood in the Carabao Cup final, and we are 1-0 behind, but I can't help but feel we didn't do much wrong there. Slimani beats Ake in the air. Good touch from Musa to get away from Visor. Once that's happened, he's Nanon's problem. He's a bit pacey, he gets there first. It was a good effort from Nanon to block, but, I mean, come on. That shot has come from a solid 12, 13 yards away. There's no need to be using your feet. You can react to use your hands there, Asmir. Especially at the near post to be beaten there. I was saying that, you know, Begovic would be seasoned as someone who's been involved in cup finals. Well, if that is the case, it's not even helping him. As Tyrone Mings wins that in the air. Sessegnon down the line there towards Josh King, who can use his pace to get away here from Wes Morgan. It's Josh King straight at Schmeichel, and it's in on the rebound. It's an absolute peasant of a goal, but Joshua King has equalised after 27 minutes. It's a shocker. We haven't scored any worldies, let's put it that way, but it's a simple ball down the line from Sessegnon, well executed though, and then a little touch from one of the defenders. It was Dragovic, allowed the ball to come back out to King, or back in his path. This is Slimani, that's through towards Vardy. That's a very simple, oh my god, no way! Begovic is, oh my god, I don't even have a goalie on the bench. I'm willing to put an outfielder in goal at the moment. It's another simple goal in the sense that it's just a through ball. Ake should be covering that off. But, oh my god! Asmir Begovic, what are you doing? I can't fathom how he hasn't saved either of these. It's another near post goal where he's just lazily put a foot out as if it's an actual burden to move any part of his body. Oh my god, we're 2-1 down, and it's genuinely because of Asmir Begovic. Going attacking now in this football match. Not exactly throwing caution to the wind, but just a little bit more in terms of attacking runs now, hopefully. Rafinha going for the long shot. Oh my word. That had the right height on it, not quite the right trajectory. Decent effort though from Rafinha. Ladies and gents, it is time for a change. It's time for us to throw absolute caution to the wind. We're going to make a couple of substitutions here, I think, as well. But the main thing is we are going to change things up. Callum Wilson and Josh King are now playing up top. We've got a 4-2-4 formation with Ibe and Rafinha there, and then Vilena and Arta in midfield. I may take off Arta later, but he is one of the best players on the pitch at the moment, so I think we'll leave things as they are just there for now. So we're a hell of a lot more attacking now in terms of formation. Hopefully that would be an... never mind, never mind. I was about to say hopefully a change in formation will give us a chance to get back into this one. As Leicester, I mean, fair play. Fair play. Fair play, Mark Albrighton, who's come on as a substitute in this game. There's nothing Asmir Begovic could have done about that one. That is a monumental goal from Mark Albrighton. That is enough to win anyone any competition in the world with the sort of acrobatic type thing going on. It wasn't quite a bicycle kick, but we'll say acrobatic anyway. And we're gonna have to flood. I'm not gonna lie. This is code red at this point. Oh, that's through again. Yoris Nanon takes the man down. He had to in the end. He had to go for the challenge, and unfortunately our cup final is unravelling. That probably will be a red card for Nanon as well. It's my fault. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, Nanon, as if you've got a red card, but it's going to be, and it's going to be my fault. Yoris Nanon is off. This is a chance for Leicester to make it 4-1. This is a pretty sad end, I'm afraid, to our first cup competition or cup final. It's a shame it's had to unravel this way. Begovic has the opportunity to make things better. He doesn't have to though, because Vardy hits the post. We may have an unlikely reprieve, but I severely doubt it. 10 minutes to go here. We're without one of our centre-backs, and, well, we need 2 goals. So, if I'm honest, we've been in better positions in this series. Wilson, though, into Arthur. The space developing there for King. What? Oh my god, are you serious? Oh my god, so I put the through ball forwards and it plays it to the side. Brilliant. This is Slimani, that's into Ndidi, and that is 4-1 now. And that is game over. Josh King was literally free down the middle. I don't know whether he was the tiniest bit offside and that's why it didn't go to him. Arthur into Rafinha. Can we at least get a consolation here? Visor goes down. That's a penalty. It's all kicking off at the end of the game. Moreno has given it away. That's the Alberto Moreno we all know and love. To be fair, Moreno's been a lot better this season, but that's not the point. We're going to send this to the left-hand side. It's going to go hopefully high. Wilson puts it in. That makes it 4-2. Can he pick up the football? No, he can't. He's not going to do that. Okay, whatever. But at least that's a consolation from the penalty spot. Leicester, to be honest, have deserved this, really. Let's not beat around the bush. Like, obviously, the first half was laden with horrendous goalkeeping from Asmir Begovic, but the second half was just Leicester playing better. So, fair enough. Leicester City win the Carabao Cup in a pretty mental cup final in the end that had pretty much everything. It ends 4-2. Harry Maguire will lift a trophy then for the Carabao Cup, and Leicester City are the champions. So cup-wise, it's heartbreak for us in this episode, but in terms of the league, you can see that we are 6th at the moment, though we do have a game in hand on West Brom above us. We play the same amount of games though as Leicester, who are 4th, so it's no surprise they played very well in that cup final, given how well they're doing in the league. In the background though, you will now be seeing the AFC Bournemouth Hall of Fame, containing all of the records in this series so far, including the record sale, the record transfer into the club, top goal scorer, most appearances, most assists, and all of that good stuff as well. Meanwhile, on the top right of the screen, you can also check out the Player of the Episode vote. Whoever you thought was the best player in today's video, you can vote for them in the poll in the top right of the screen, and whoever wins will play every single game of the next episode. So there you have it, a pretty mixed bag in today's video, but unfortunately it is an episode tarnished with disappointment after our loss there in the Carabao Cup final. Regardless of that though, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, then make sure to slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's that lovely red button down below the video. You can also follow me on social media as well. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng, and links to that are down below, as well as that my Instagram has the exact same handle, @theofficialfng, over there as well, and links to that are down below too. Ah, damn. Bit of disappointment, but we did play. We tried our best, you know. We didn't play the best we've ever played, but there was a lot of spirit, I could tell, in that performance, and I suppose that's all you can ask for. Fair play to Leicester, fair play to Stoke, who beat us as well earlier, but bit of a disappointment there. Anyway, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappels.
I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk of Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I am jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.